Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the live, y'all. I'm glad that you're here. And we're excited to do our topic for today, which is manifesting through your leisure time. So I'm super excited to do this today with you guys. Now, mind you, if you're watching the replay, make sure you say hi below. Say hey, say hi, say what's up, say something. Okay? And also, remember, if you are ready to get your mindset for success and manifest the things that you want, if you want to see some progress in your life, even though you've been feeling like nothing's happening, I'm not getting what I want, I need, if you're ready to manifest something and see it vividly in real life, hit me up, get an advice session, and let's talk, okay? Schedule a free 15-minute consultation if you would like to get more information on mindset and transition with leisure. Okay, so, oh, I like it. I like it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to put a question in the chat. Let's see. We're going to ask today, have you ever manifested something or something slash someone? No, it's not gonna let me do it. Have you ever manifested something before? Question mark. And we're gonna say yes, no. Start poll. There we go. So that is our question for today. It's, have you ever manifested something before? Probably should say anything. Have you ever manifested anything before? But something is okay as well. So I'm super excited because y'all know I'm a Gemini. I'm gonna wait a little bit, but y'all know I'm a Gemini. And we're talking about the nervous system. Geminis are the nervous system. Gemini energy is the nervous system. Hi, Unimaginable. If y'all are into astrology. Hey, Arlie girl. How you doing, baby girl? Hey, Rabahi. Okay. Okay. Hello. Hey, Venom. How are you, friend? What's up? Hey, Shotton. What can you tell us about global warming? Not a damn thing. Hey, Daniel. Hey, John. Hey. Because you haven't been home, girl. Where you been? Okay, free time. Okay, Venom got free time. I love that. I'm excited. Because, again, we're talking about the nervous system. Thank you, Unimaginable. We're talking about the nervous system today. And y'all know I'm a Gemini. Gemini rules the nervous system. So I'm like, ooh, this is me. If y'all didn't know, Geminis are probably the best manifestors in the world. And if they don't realize they're the best manifestors, it's because they don't realize what's going on. Hey, Gigi. Hey, friend. Okay, I love that for you. Spending time with family. Venom, you're a Gemini? Why did you tell me this before? You think you the ultimate Gemini? No, baby. I'm the ultimate Gemini. I'm the ultimate Gemini because my Gemini is in the first house and my Mercury's in the first house. So it's like I give off Gemini. Like you see me and you think Gemini. On the symbol day, what's the symbol day? Hello, hey Tech. I'm doing well. How you doing? Make sure y'all double tap the live. Double tap. Thank you, Tech. Double tap. What is manifesting? Ooh, we're going to get into it today. Short answer, it's having something in your mind that you end up seeing in real life, right? Short answer. You like number 5? Thank you. Hello, DRK Vlogs. How are you? It's a good Monday, y'all. It's a good Monday. And y'all know what I was realizing? I was talking to some family members and we were trying to schedule a call so we can all get on the phone and like talk. Because, you know, when you grown, you got to schedule stuff. You can't just be doing stuff. Thank you, Anna. Hello, Irene. And they kept being like, oh, I'm free on this day, I'm free on this day. And I was like, I gotta go on live. I was like, I gotta go live. Like, I cannot talk to y'all. Like, I got people to talk to on live. Like, and I'm like, oh, they just cannot understand that, like, I gotta go live. And like, even like one time I was talking to my friend, I was like, oh, I gotta go because I gotta go home, I gotta go live. She was like, girl, you can wait. Like, what? You gotta go live? I'm like, you don't understand. Like, I'm like, you don't understand. Like, I have to go live. I got people to talk to. Like, what are you talking about? So I'm realizing how important it is for me. Girl, early, what did you talk about, girl? How important it is for me to come here and talk to you guys. Where's the rest of the likes at? That's what we figuring it out. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Hey, Valerie. Thank you, DRK. I'm doing well, y'all. Today's a good day. You said you doing work from home right now. How you doing work from home? Okay, okay. Bentley said they 90. Okay. You manifested me, Venom? Hey. That's not the first time somebody didn't tell me that now. I've heard that many times. Like, girl, we family too. Okay. You saying we family early? Okay, I love that. Okay. And of course, John, y'all definitely are a priority. Hey, Patriot. Oh, you can log it to work from home? Okay, you updating to me? Okay, period. Hi. Hi. Hello, Ray. Okay, if y'all don't stop trying to bully me, now you get blocked. Shout out to Dubai. I'm trying to go there one day. I'm excited to go to Dubai one day. Hello? Hello? Okay. Mind you, Venom, mind you, if you're a Gemini, I'm a Gemini. Based on astrology and synastry, all I'm doing is highlighting who you are already. Like sun and sun conjunct. Ooh, I love that. Hello, Jessica. We're going to get started in just a minute, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all vote. Today's question, oh, raise a Taurus. Okay, shout out to the Taurus. It says, have you ever manifested something before? So we got 55% said yes. 45% said no. Oh, my God. Any advice for what, Ray? What you need advice for, baby? Not early. Don't be coming at people today. You know how you be early. Don't be coming at people today. Hey, Jabir. So most of the people are saying yes. Dating advice. How old are you? Where do you live? I don't know. Just so many things that it depends on. Like, what country do you live in? How old are you? Like, it's a lot that goes into that. You said it's time to start. You looking for a real housewife? You gotta go on the computer and type that in, and you'll find the show on the computer. It's a lot of different Real Housewives shows for you to find. You always manifesting, period. To my Gemini King. DRK, what I tell you about, like, what I tell you, DRK. You 29 in New York City? Ooh, baby. I don't know nothing about New York City. All I know is that hopefully you don't live in a small apartment. Because if you date, you need room. You need room to think eventually somebody may live with me. So all I can say is go get some money and hopefully you don't live in a small apartment. I don't know nothing about that. You need a black woman. Okay, Ray. I'm guessing that you Asian. Because your name Ray. Are you Asian? We about to get started in just a second. We got one more minute. You don't think, girl, what? Hey, Eva. Hello, darling. That was a compliment. Okay, thanks for the compliment. I appreciate it. We seen 1111. Okay, girl. Hello, Peaceful. Hello, hello, hello. So, we got, what is that, 18 votes? We got 18 votes. Ooh, okay. But most people said yes, and only 37% said no. So I'm like, oh my God. The 37% who said no, you are missing out. You are missing out on real life. If you've never manifested something in your whole entire life, You are missing out. Like, there's so much more to life. Once you manifest one thing in your life will expand. You'll be so much more confident. You'll feel like the world is at your fingertips. Okay, hi, William. I love you too, friend. Thank you. So we're at the 10-minute mark. So we're going to talk, today's conversation, we're talking about the nervous system, manifestation, and leisure. How does this all blend together? How does it all blend together, right? You said, I thought life is all about love. Yeah, love is the foundation of all things. Yes, John, it can be small, very, very, very much small. The glasses made me look intelligent, y'all. Please, the intelligent queen. So we're going to start off by talking about what the nervous system is, because I should have probably got a picture or something. I should have had a picture and screenshotted it so I could put it in the background. Oh my God, that would have been so smart to do. Oh, I missed out on the opportunity. Oh well, you guys can look it up for yourself if you need to. And the nervous system is within your body. Okay. And it's the way your body communicates. That's why it's ruled by Gemini, because Gemini is communication, right? So nervous system is the way that your body is communicating. So just imagine that we always, well, if you're not always here, you say you hate when ideas come late. Never late, always on time. So just imagine, we talk about verbal communication. That means the actual sound that comes out of your mouth and the words and the sentences that come out of your mouth. We talk about nonverbal communication, which is no words, right? That's just your body. That's just your eye contact, the position that you're in, the clothes that you're wearing. Like, there's so many things that can be nonverbal, and we know that nonverbal communication is the majority of the way that we communicate, right? About, like, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's about 80+%, 80 to 90+% of the way that a human being communicates. So you walk in a room, you see two people, you know nothing about these people, but one person is sitting there hunchback, looking tired, crying, clothes look dirty, mud on their shoes. The other person standing there, sitting up, arms crossed, clean suit, shiny shoes. You see, you already got so much information about that person and they didn't say a word to you. That is nonverbal communication, y'all. So with you knowing that that's the outside of your body, right? We got the words that come out your mouth. We got the outside of the surface level of your body. And then we got the inside of your body. The thing about it is that so many people don't realize the inside of your body is what's communicating to God, right? Of course, your words, you affirm, okay, boom. Okay, your nonverbal communication, you get that right, okay, boom. But your nervous system is what's communicating to God. Hey, Deep. Mind you, I'm not looking at the comments right now. Hey, Real Rico. The other person got a whip. The lady's always verbal. Okay. Ray, you say you a quiet guy. Hi, Lucas. My body give you pain. Oh, my God. Hey, Deep. Hey, Lucas. For a bit. Okay, Venom. Okay. I'm doing well. Hey, Wally. Hey, Humble. Welcome to the community. Okay, so y'all, realize this. This is why the nervous system, when you go and listen to people always talking about the nervous system, manifestation, that's the reason why they're talking about the nervous system so much, is because your nervous system is what's communicating to the world, to God, to everything about what you want, where you are, the state that you're in, right? So the nervous system is made up of two things. Central, right? Think central nervous system, and the peripheral nervous system. Yeah, right. Sometimes I gotta stay focused on what I'm talking about, because I get tangled up in the comments and then my mind be like, doop. So I gotta stay focused. So that central nervous system is your brain and your spinal cord, right? And then the peripheral nervous system are the nerves, the actual nerves that branch out through the body. So those are actually what's going to be messaging your body. Um, so your nervous system is what sends, receives, and interprets the information from every single cell. Oh my God, y'all. If y'all don't know something about me, side note, a little something about me. When I was in college, when I was trying to figure out what am I going to study, what am I going to get my degree in, I went on a whole little journey where I printed out this stack of paper with like 100+ careers, and I went through each and every career with a highlighter, a red pen, and a marker. And I crossed out each one that I said, hell no, I would never do this. And I highlighted some and I was like, oh, I could probably do this. And I circled some and I was like, oh, I could definitely do this, right? And the last ones on my list, my deciding factors was either going to be a speech language pathologist or a genetic scientist. And I said, when I was in school, and I was in elementary school, I used to take speech therapy. On top of that, you can work in the school, you get summers off. And if I have kids, my kids could go to the same school that I work at. So I said, oh, I'm going to go be a speech therapist. So that's what got me into communication initially. But I love cells, cellular biology. It's something about learning about cells that I love it, right? So although I didn't go and get my degree in like cellular biology, that is something that I like to do in my free time, is learn about cells because I love it. So I still kind of put them together. So I say that because you may hear me talk about some cells a little later. You have a book called Mapping of the Mind on my psychology shit. Okay, period. So again, that central. Yes, Venom. Yes. So again, that nervous system is what's going to be the messenger, sending out every little thing to the cells in your body. So that's your cells are the foundation of who you are. If you read, you are programmed. I talk a little bit about that in the book. Early in the book. This book is short because it's not much to know about what makes you program. But this book is so full of so much knowledge. And we talk about cells in the book. So if you're interested, link below in the description. Get it for yourself. You'll love it. So you said atoms are even crazier. I don't go down to the atom level, but that would be interesting. Hi, Craig. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Panther Walk. Hello, hello, hello. And thank you, William. So every feeling, thought, or reaction begins with an electrical impulse. Electrical, that's going through your nervous system. You have electricity in y'all's body, y'all. And so it's what lets you sense danger, right? It's what puts you in that fight or flight mode. It's what makes you feel like you resting. It's what make you feel sad, happy, make you want to cry, because it's literally the in-between between your body and your energy, okay? I am a Gemini. I am. So if you need to know, y'all know I love communication. That's like one of my biggest things. The nervous system is a communicating spirit for you. It's the physical thing within you communicating for you. So if you ever need something to know what's next, how are we going to communicate with it? We got to communicate with our nervous system. So understand that it's important because it regulates every other system. All your organs, all those things. Our auras are electromagnetic. Okay. I love that y'all putting facts. Y'all speaking facts in the chat tonight. So, so that heart, your digestion, your immune system, all those things, this is what your nervous system is regulating. And it's also how you interpret the world. It's how you perceive the world around you. When you think about perceiving things, think about the senses, your literal senses, right? That's how you learn, is through your senses. So you're perceiving things through your vision, your hearing, your smell, your taste, even like, what's the word? Why is the word not? It's not coming to me. But your balance. It's a certain word for balance. But your balance. There's so many senses that we have. Intuition is also a sense, right? It's just internal. So we have so many senses in your nervous system is what's regulating all of that. And it's what the bridge between the actual physical world and you. Oh, y'all being real nice today. Monday's giving. Okay, Ray. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. So this is important to know because when your nervous system is not regulated, even when you are in the safest of environments, you will still feel unsafe. What does that mean? Even when you have heaven at your feet, even when life is wonderful, you will continue to manifest the hell that you're internally going through, right? This is why you have to focus on getting your nervous system well so you can manifest more for you guys, for yourself. We're going to also talk about manifestation as well. So the importance of it again is so you don't continue to manifest what you're used to, the past, the trauma that you had. When you get your nervous system regulated, things that like EFT tapping, that's one technique that people use to regulate their nervous system. There's so many more. Breath work, we'll talk about it, okay? But there's so many things that you can do to regulate your nervous system. So, why is it important? I'm going to say this one more time. Because you do not want to continue to manifest the trauma that you're used to. We want you to move into better environments and feel safe in those environments and see those environments for what they are. The thing about it, we talk about perceiving. I forgot I need to put my phone on the charger. We talk about perceiving. If you go on the website in the description, Transition with Leisure, you'll see that I have a lecture on my shop, and this lecture discusses how we create beliefs and emotions. I also discuss it in your program. You'll hear me talk about this a lot because this is what my book is about. So manifestation, reprogramming yourself, right? So where was I at? If you go to the shop, I have a whole video on this, but I'm going to give you a little bit of insight on perceiving and how you learn things, right? So the way that human, go check it out. It's on Amazon. Go look at it, friend. Go look at it. It's on Amazon. So the way that you learn is that you get a neutral thing. So I have this necklace right here. This is a very neutral thing, right? This means nothing to me, nothing at all. I take this necklace. What happens is I start to perceive this necklace. So I see the color. Oh, it's gold. It's shiny. It's orange. I see the shape. Oh, it's two butterflies. I feel it. Oh, it feels like this. I smell it. Oh, it has a smell. What happens is I have a storage in my mind that has all of these little components. Oh, gold necklace. I've seen gold necklaces before. Oh, orange butterfly. I've seen orange butterflies before. Now, let's just say that I've seen an orange butterfly somewhere in the woods and I was running away from a bear at the same time. Right? I'm being dramatic. But let's just say that. What's going to happen is I'm going to automatically associate this orange necklace to me running away from the bear in the woods. And I may not even like this. What did this necklace do to me? Not a damn thing. But that is what's happening, is you're always associating things, and that's how you learn it. So just because this necklace didn't do nothing to me, but just because I had that one bad experience in the forest where I seen an orange butterfly and the bear was chasing me, if I feel like that was a terrible experience and I never want to experience that again, I'm not going to like this necklace. So little things like that, and it can happen positively as well. You know, maybe one day, let's just say my great aunt loved orange butterflies and she leaves this world and I see an orange butterfly. Every time I see an orange butterfly, it's going to remind me of the positive things that my aunt loved. So I may love orange butterflies, right? So there's so many things that can go down to it. Even like the color orange. If you were into sports and you have a team that you do not like, that's the color orange, You may not like the color orange just because you don't like that team. So it's so many ways that you associate different things to the world around you based on how you're perceiving it with your senses. So people talk about the nervous system because it has memory. That's also, if y'all don't realize, memory is also a sensory thing as well. You sense your memories, right? Your memories are not vividly in front of you, right? Something that you're sensing intuitively in a way, right? So your nervous system is not always just reacting. It's because it's a memory. Doesn't the brain have memories? Yeah, your hippocampus is where your memories are typically stored. But yeah. So your nervous system definitely remembers things. So your nervous system records patterns of safety and threat. That's why sometimes you feel anxious in a calm environment. Your body is responding to an old imprint, not the current moment. So that's called implicit memory. Let me put my phone on the charger because it's going to die. Hippocampus. Thank you for putting that in the chat, Venom. Hypothalamus. Yes, yes. Okay, that's good. The nervous system is the animal instinct in us, and it learns to keep you safe. Yep. Thank y'all so much for adding great value to the chat today. I am so appreciative. Y'all adding some really good stuff. I love it. One of them resembles the eye of Horus. Ooh. Thank you, y'all. I appreciate you. The vibes are real. Okay, the vibes are real. We outside, period. Let me go ahead. Hold up. Too much stuff going on at one time. So, the way your nervous system communicates is through electricity. Mind y'all, side note again, that's why sometimes I told y'all this story before, but I'm not gonna go into detail this time. But I believe that us being surrounded by electricity so much, we have the towers, all the things around us. I think that sometimes it hinders us from manifesting because you have all this big electricity around you, the Wi-Fi, all this, and then it kind of constricts you from your energy, your electricity being able to go out, your aura being able to go out and manifest some things. That's why I'd be like, I want to go to the wood. I want not the woods, but I want to go to the country out there where there's no electricity, no extra electricity, and manifest. Hey, Shine. That's just me, though. That's just my opinion. I have not read any studies that discuss this, but that's just what I be thinking based on experiences. So, exactly, Venom. Yeah, Sean, that's what I'm thinking. Craig talking about let's go. That right. I don't even think that sometimes I don't even think it'd be so intentional that they doing it to harm us. I think some people just do what they want to do and they don't think about other people. Yeah, Rodrigo. Why do you create a television? To give us the vision. I don't know. Honestly, sometimes I think that humans just do what they want to do and they don't really think about how it affects other humans. And then other humans like what they do and they don't really think about how it affects them, and it just grows. So I don't always think that some of the things that harms us so much or is so intentional to harm us. It's just that people do what they want to do. They see money in it, they see value in it, so they do it. Why does nighttime increase the nervous system activity? You tell me. Oh no, I never thought about that. I sound so polite. Oh, thank you. Y'all hear John? Y'all read what John said? Yeah, I've been them for sure. People have value, not money. People have value. Okay. So, your nervous system communicates electrically and energetically. So every neuron fires an electrical signal, but also emits a subtle electromagnetic field. These fields interact, which is why being near calm people can make you calm. This is called neural resonance or co-regulation. Also, when it comes to co-regulation, that's why they talk about co-regulating with your children. Like if you have children, co-regulating with them, you know, expressing their emotions with them. Like if they're sad, then you express sadness too, because that's co-regulating. And you know, again, that nonverbal is nonverbal. You don't even have to speak to people in order for co-regulation to occur. If you've ever walked into a room with a whole bunch of sad people, your energy kind of, you may not start crying like them, but your energy kind of lowers. You walk in a room full of people who like jumping, and like you go like a church. You know them churches where they be jumping, hallelujah. Your energy, you kind of just sit up like it's a natural thing. So that's why you got to pay attention to who you surround yourself with, because who you surround yourself with will end up eventually becoming more of who you become. I'm seeing 333. You said Ray said no church. Hey, I'm just giving examples. I'm just giving examples. John is giving some facts in the comments, y'all. Y'all got to read what he's saying. So during certain events, that's a Pentecostal church. Early know what she talking about. Okay, girl. Hi, Mr. H. We are trying to, yep, shine. Okay, so like during prayer, meditation, in all moments, y'all know them all moments. Brain scans show increased parasympathetic activity and reduces activity in the parietal lobes, which that area is the area that separates you from another individual, right? So that's the reason why during some of those experiences, people report feeling oneness, timelessness, or even divine connection, is because that is what that decreased activity in your nervous system, in one section of your nervous system, is being decreased. So, period. This is important. So when that prefrontal cortex starts to quiet, when you start focusing on those activities that supports your nervous system in regulating and calming down, that prefrontal cortex where the reasoning and the logic and the overthinking starts to occur, that kind of starts to quiet down, and you're able to manifest more. You'll get into that flow state overall, and that's when manifestation becomes easier. And also remember that neuroplasticity is a real thing, and your nerves form new connections daily, right? Every time you rest, remember we talked about this. We've been talking about this. We've been saying this so many times. When you rest, when you relax, when you're learning, I would also say when you're learning things that you actually enjoy, not just learning to learn, but learning things that you actually enjoy. Or even when you're reflecting, you're healing your nervous system. Your nervous system is regulating when you're doing these things. So it's literally calming down. But it isn't just about calming down. It's literally reprogramming your whole entire reality. So that's why you need to relax, get some rest. So a regulated nervous system opens channels for inspiration and creativity. And a dysregulated nervous system causes resistance, impatience. Ooh. That's why I be having to do some little, because I be so impatient. I be like, oh, sometimes when I be having like moments where like I can feel like my blood boiling, I be having to like sit back and be like, sometimes I just have to be doing my little breath work. And I do this a lot with the students who I work with. Well, not every student, but students who are hyperactive. I'm always like, breathe. Because I work with kids who are on the spectrum and they have like stimming behavior. So anytime they do that, I look and I be like, breathe, please, breathe. Because they be doing so much. I be like, oh my God, breathe. Thank you guys. Hi, Uncle. I've woken up plenty of times to my, okay, Venom, hold up, what'd you say? Manifestation happen a lot during sleep. Okay, breathe, dog. Just breathe. No, for real, that's how it be. So that's why leisure is important to support regulating your nervous system. If you're doing something that you truly enjoy, no, I'm a speech therapist assistant. I do speech therapy. And I'm also in school getting my master's to be a speech therapist. Yay. So your nervous system is the translator for your life. Exactly right. So this is leading us into understanding the importance of leisure time. Because what's happening during your leisure activities is that you are calming down, you're regulating your nervous system, your parasympathetic nervous system area is also regulating and calming down. Digestion is also improved, right? The communication inside of your internally in your body is improved as well. Early, you on point, Early. You right on time, girl, because that's exactly what we're about to talk about next. So now we're going to talk about what is manifesting, and we're going to we're going to start off by looking at the etymology of manifestation. Mind you, I didn't even look up the etymology of nervous. Oh, it just means containing nerves, affecting the sinews. That's why when they be like, I'm so nervous, it's because your nervous system is probably overregulated, right? It's too much stuff happening in your nervous system. That's why they be like, I'm nervous. Too much energy in your nervous system. Okay, yeah. It's just fibers and bundles. Mind you, your nervous system is bonded. Oh, I love that. Okay, let's get into it. You said intangible. Craig, you love these topics? Me too, friend. You said you always nervous around women? Interesting. Thank you to all the people who's like. Let's look at the poll real quick. So 63% said yes. 37% said no. So it's a good amount of people who said that they have manifested before. To all the people who said they have not, you're going to manifest. Mind you, you actually already manifested. Manifesting is an everyday thing. You've been manifesting since the day you were born. Actually, the funny thing about it is that your parents, this is the interesting thing about it, is in the Bible where they talk about children are subjected to the sins of their parents. This is the way that I internalize that statement. When you are born in your mother's womb, you are being already programmed with the genetic history of your family, the traumas, the knowings, all that knowledge is already being programmed within you. But on top of that, you're also being programmed to your mother's environment, what's going on, the feelings that she has consistently, all those things. So what happens is now you're already programmed with all of your familial lineage information. On top of that, you're programmed with what your mother went through and the feelings that she consistently had, the mood, all that she consistently had when she was pregnant. And now you're leaving the world subjected to the sins of your mother and your father. Sins to me is not like, oh my God, you kill somebody, because it's subjective. Sins to me is subjective. Sins to me is like what was right for you, what was wrong for you. So like limiting beliefs is sins to me because it's going against what I feel is supportive to me. This is just me. But let's get into manifestation. Thank you, Big. You can speak exactly, Travis. Is flirting a sin? You tell me. So the word manifestation means to make clear or evidence. We're making it clear, clarity, evident, meaning in real world. The beginning where it says mani, M-A-N-I, it comes from manus, and that means your actual hand, right? Physical. Okay, shout out to you, Venom. Venom, I'm not about to play with you. Your mom was a stripper? It be like that sometimes. You a stripper too, Sniffles? No, I'm not saying just because your mom was a stripper, you're going to be a stripper, y'all. I know that's probably not what you mean, but let me rephrase. Let me make sure y'all know. I mean, you are subjected to the emotional woes that your mother went through, right? Because that is what's programming your nervous system. It's okay, Venom. We all have our things. Shine said it's within the DNA, and what your mother went through is also how you get your moon sign. Okay, my girl, look at you. It plays a part in your natal chart. Okay, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Hello, hello. Okay, so the word manus comes from the word hand, and then festus means struck or seized. Seized. So it literally means to seize by your hand, implying something invisible becomes tangible. Tangible meaning like you can touch it. That's what tangible means. Am I crying? No. I just have allergies. My eyes water. So that's how old your mama is? Really? Shout out to your mom. Yeah. That's when you break it down, Sean. When you break it down. You got manus and then you have festus. Those are two words that kind of combine to make manifestation. Okay, Ray, don't fall too hard, baby. Don't fall too hard. So that is when you look at the etymology. When you look at the etymology of manifestation, that's what that means. You cry, Venom. You black? What? Because I think you told me Chicago too. Okay, AP. Shout out to East New York. You have black. Your mama black. Travis, a father can give their children the trauma. Of course, you got the genetics. So whatever trauma your father went through, you may be subjected to it. But it's like I'm in the matrix. That's why you gotta regulate your nervous system. Arabic African American. Mom black. Okay. Okay. That's an interesting mix. That Arabic. Okay, okay. Shout out to my mixed king. Shout out to Venom. Not you being rude. US Indian. Okay. Where was she? Was she in America or was she in the Middle East when that was happening? Yo, Venom, you said how old was you? You 29? Did you say 29? Okay. Oh, you 45? Okay, because I was about to say that is a crazy age gap. Okay, 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 okay. Hey. So, okay, thank you, Craig. Let's get back into it. So when you think about that is when you think about manifestation, it's what's in your mind, right? What's unseen, which is what's happening in your mind, becoming seen. So that's what's actually happening physically. So I'll give you guys a great example, which I have a ebook on my shop called How to Manifest a Job, because I manifested so many jobs. And if you guys don't have a job, manifest it. Okay, if you guys don't like your job, manifest one that you like. So when this happened, what, like, let's say 3-4 years ago, it's 2025, 4 or 5 years ago, I read a book called It Works. I always tell you guys to read it. It's always a #1 suggestion. And I followed what the book told me to do. And what I wrote down was, I want to work somewhere that has a lot of greenery. In my mind, I thought a lot of plants, but stay with me. Had a lot of greenery. I get paid more than I'm expected, or more than what I'm expected, and it's a perfect job for me. I wake up and I enjoy going to work. I said this 3 times a day for like a week, and then kind of just went on about my life. A week later, after me starting doing that, I got a job interview at a place called the Food Bank, and I didn't think anything about it, nothing at all. But when I went in there, I was interviewed by 3 people, if I'm not mistaken, like 3 people. We had a great conversation. Before I left, one of the ladies who was interviewing me, she said to me, I love working here so much. What did she say? I literally, whatever she said, it was exactly what I wrote down. She said, I love coming here every day, like something. Whatever, it was exactly what I had wrote down. So then I left. They hired me the same day. They was like, okay, start working here. You perfect. I said, okay, boom. Still, one thing I forgot to mention, still on that list I had wrote down, I want to learn how to garden. Like, I want to start gardening. Okay, that's why I said I wanted to work around greenery, because in my mind I'm thinking I want to work at the botanical gardens. But I ended up working at the food bank. I didn't realize until after I worked there. It was a lot of things that went into this manifestation, because I would even also visualize me walking into cubicles and like taking deep breaths like this. I would often visualize myself doing that. So when I started working there, I didn't realize it until afterwards, but the walls of the food bank were green. Literally. I was like, I want to work around greenery. The walls of the food bank were green. On top of that, they told me they had just increased the pay there from like, this was $15 to like $18. I was making damn near $19 an hour. But I thought that I wouldn't be making, like, my expected pay was like $15. So when they increased it, I was like, oh. On top of that, we had cubicles. So every time I would walk into the areas where the cubicles were, I would take a deep breath. And I would often do that around the building regardless, because I was a volunteer support. Like, I managed volunteers. So I would always be like in charge of a group of people. So I would be like, okay. On top of that, I didn't know this, but they had a garden at the food bank. And so I would sit out there in the garden, and one day, one of the truck drivers, he was like, I'll teach you how to garden. So he started teaching me how to garden. And I said, wow. And I actually I started planting okra, and the okra grew really tall. And that was the first thing that I've ever like grew. So when I tell you guys that manifestation is so real and so tea, if you put the work in, you do what you need to do, you get your mindset on what you want, it will happen. And I've seen it happen so many times to the T. Like, even the job that I work at now, it was kind of manifested like 4 or 5 years ago, because I said, I want to, this is what I wrote down, this is the same piece of paper, same time frame. I wrote down, I want to work somewhere where I travel for work. In my mind, I'm thinking long distance, like state to state. So I'm like, I want to work somewhere where I travel for work, and I also want to work with Spanish-speaking like kids, because y'all know I speak a little Spanish. So I was like, I want to work with Spanish-speaking kids. So I'm thinking I'm going to go move to a different country and work with these people. No. I work where I work now. I travel to different schools, and I get to speak Spanish to my kids because I work with a lot of Spanish-speaking kids. So it happens so interestingly. That's why you can't be so tight on the how, but knowing what you want. Ray's talking about don't move to Mexico. Was not planning on it. But don't be so tight on the what exactly it's going to look like, but know what you want. And be so consistent in speaking on it every day. And be confident that it's going to happen. Or don't even think too much. Don't have too much expectation. Just say this, this is what I want. What manifestation? You have to fall in love with yourself first. Not an egotistical love, but a real knowing internally within you. If you fall in love with yourself, meaning, John, what I say? Hola Venom, what I say that's so funny? If you fall in love with yourself first, everything else becomes simple. It's easy. So when we think about manifestation, so many people think that Jay, you're gonna have to come when the Mexicans and the Spanish people come in here, because that's when I'ma speak Spanish, is when somebody speaks Spanish to me. But y'all are hoots. So a lot of people don't realize that a lot of religions incorporate manifestation. They just don't say this is manifestation. So, bien, Rey, ¿cómo estás? So in Christianity, they talk about the word becoming flesh. That's an act of manifestation. Even as a studying communication myself, we talk about words manifesting, words becoming realized. That's actual terms that we use in my field, is words becoming realized, because what's happening is that it's coming out and you're verbalizing, it's becoming realized. Craig, thank you. And this is why, Craig, somebody else just told me this today. And it just makes me realize every day why I name myself the Sage. This woman who I was I was talking to her earlier. She has to be in her 50s or 60s. She's like, you have so much wisdom for your age. And I said, I didn't say it out loud, but I said, that's why I'm the Sage. That's why I call myself the Sage. So, and mind you, I definitely look all this stuff up too. Like, I don't just come off the dome with all this information. I look this stuff up. I do my research before I come on here. That's why I'm looking to the side, because I have it all in front of me. You said it's more than just thinking positive. You have to think it, speak it, then act it. Then think positive, speak positively, affirmative, then put action towards the manifestation. Yeah. The thing about manifesting about it is so many people say take action, which I definitely have it in the book at the end on how to take action. But so many people feel like, oh, I have to force myself to take action. The thing about taking action is when you have it so ingrained in your nervous system, in your spirit, in your mind, that this is what's going to happen, action happens naturally. So I don't want people to be feeling like I have to force myself to do da 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 in order to get this manifestation. When you know and you are confident that this manifestation will occur, you just do it. Isn't sage like Hinduism? I don't know. I don't know what sage is. Knowing is half the battle, right? Just see, I gotta see what y'all talking about. Thank you, Craig. I appreciate you. You're attracting what you feeling towards the thought you're attracting. Yep. The way that you feel it is how you're gonna perceive it. So, in Hinduism, they say the material world is the visible expression of the divine thought. And then in modern psychology, they talk about self-actualization, which we talk a lot about that as well in leisure. As we're talking about leisure, is self-actualizing. And I don't know, have we done this one yet? I don't know if we talked about... I think we'll talk a little bit more about self-actualization in another one as well. In a different episode, different topic. We'll talk more about it. But in modern psychology, they talk about self-actualization, and visualizations are a form of conscious creation. So manifestation is definitely not just magic. It's literal clarity, you being clear on what you want. And the thing about manifestation, again, in the book, it's in the book, y'all. It's actually, this is what we're going to talk about clarity a little bit. Because that's really one of the biggest things that you need when it comes to manifestation is clarity. Chapter 2 in the book, if you're interested, chapter 2. Clarity is one of the most important things that you need, because once you're clear, everything else becomes aligned naturally, right? So it's a lot of reasons why some people are not clear about their manifestations. Some people are prioritizing other people's desires. So let's say you grew up in a family where everybody worked in a medical field, but now you want to be an artist. But you don't want to tell people you want to be an artist because you feel like they're expecting you to be in the medical field. That is cognitive dissonance. That's two things in your mind that you're wanting to happen, but they're separate from each other and they go against each other. So there are a few reasons as to why clarity is not happening for a lot of people. Just understand, when you get your priorities straight, this is the best thing to summarize it. Get your priorities straight. Know what is the most important to you. And then oftentimes clarity will come after that. So if you don't have your priorities straight, that is what often will lead you into confusion. So if you got kids and you and your kids struggling and you trying to date at the same time, the priorities are not giving. Okay? So we got to get our priorities straight first, and then everything else will fall in line. Does the book got anything on love? It actually does, Ray. If you go to the second page, sorry, I'm bending my book. If you go to the second page, it talks about love in the third paragraph. Okay. So I want you guys to know that that's the foundational knowledge you need to know about clarity. Get your priorities straight. Write it down. Think about it. And rewrite it down 3 more times. And see if it changes. Okay? If it ends up changing, that means it wasn't a priority. Okay. Exactly, Sean. Exactly. It's like when you mix oil and water. Oil it's gonna naturally separate because they're two different entities. And that's the same thing that's gonna happen when you are aligned. You'll naturally separate from the environments that you're not supposed to be in. So let me take a water break. I've been talking. We've been on here for almost an hour, y'all. And we got 44 votes. Let's look at the votes. So about 60% said yes, and about 30 or 40% said no. Thank you, Chris. So you need some coffee? Go get you some coffee, friend. So the nervous system determines how much energy and awareness we can direct towards creation. Remember, your nervous system is the electricity in your body. So if you constrict it, you scared, you're in survival mode, fight or flight. Your energy is going to look like this. So when we're stressed, the body signals threats. So you stressed out from work. I was just stressed out from traffic, y'all. That traffic was stressing me out. I was like, I hate driving down this street. They've been doing freaking road work on the same street for damn near 3 years. How you doing road work on the same street for 3+ years? It's like 5 blocks of the same street. Venom, you're hilarious. They just know that. Yeah, like you gotta get when your stuff is together, your priorities shift when something becomes together. Like when it makes sense. But it's when things don't make sense, you gotta make sure you prioritize that to figure out how to make it make sense. It's not regurgitated. Exactly, Sean. That's why it's so small. That's why it's only what, like, and thank you, Sean. I appreciate you. It's only, how many pages is it? It's only 73 pages, y'all. 73 pages. So, we make sense, do we, Ray? Okay, so when you're stressed, blood moves away from the prefrontal cortex, right? Manifestation becomes blocked because survival overrides creation. We always talk about the metaphysical meaning of blood is like joy. So your joy is moving away from the areas in your body that manifest the things that you want. And we want to have the blood flow, the joy flow to those areas. Yeah, Venom, make sure y'all get it. It's in the description. It's definitely a short read. That's why I made it short for a reason. Because I don't think that these things should be difficult. It shouldn't be difficult. One and done. A book study? What you want to study? I told you already, me and my cousins already did the book in the book club. We already read the book in the book club. But I would love to do it. That would be actually really nice. That would be amazing. Hey, Jared. Hey, Christian. Yes, Jared. Thank you for asking. I'm doing well. Today's a good day. What book club? Me and my cousins, we got a bad bitch book club. But we haven't been able to do it because we all in school. So we haven't been able to do our book club because we all busy. Unfortunately. You will green. You fall asleep when you read. That's why you need to read before bed. Then it's going to make you go to sleep. Exactly. Right. It's called the Bad Bitch Book Club. I named it. Y'all know I have to be the one to name it. So, when we relaxed, right, that's when that parasympathetic system relaxes. Do you have a bad person book club? No, because bad person is different from bad bitch. Bad bitch is like you on your stuff. You beautiful. You intelligent. You got your stuff together. Bad person means that you probably should be in prison. So, no bad person book club. Thank you, Jared. The backseat passenger, Chris. Y'all are hilarious. Do you all female book club? Well, it was just me and my cousin, so it was just 2 other women, so. Venom said I don't consider myself a bad bitch. Not yet. my God. I'll have to rename it. I'm gonna have to rename it. I'm gonna get a new book club. We're gonna name it a different name. I don't know what we're gonna name it. Okay, so when we relax, y'all, the body and the mind synchronize. This is what we need. We need the flow state. We need everything to be in the flow state. So your dopamine and serotonin stabilize. Your mood. You actually enjoy visualizing more. Sage and pages. Okay, that's cute. That's cute. Right. I talking about I'm a bad bitch myself. Oh my God. Okay, Venom, we're gonna have to figure it out. It's another thing to add to my list of things to do. It's another thing, y'all. Sage and pages. I know, right, John? They are funny. Y'all make me laugh. So the default mode network activates when you relax. This is where daydreaming, future visualizations, and creativity occurs. Now, the thing about this, have y'all ever realized we talk about clarity is what helps manifest? Visualization is a form of clarity. When you can see something so clear and it manifests in the real world, that means you were seeing it. I just told you guys about how I would visualize myself walking into a room of cubicles before I even worked at this place. Before I knew anything about this place whatsoever, I never even been to this specific area until I started working there. I would walk into the room and visualize myself inhaling and exhaling, right? And the thing about this, and this is what I eventually learned as I studied, how did I freaking do this? Because that's not the first time that I visualized something and it manifested to the T. But what I realized is that when you embody something and you feel it through your senses, because how are you engaging with the world already? Through your senses. You're already engaging with the world through your senses. So if you feel your visions, if you feel a sensory aspect, that is usually what will end up being the anchor into that reality. So what it was is I was not just visualize myself seeing these cubicles, but I was feeling the sensation in my body. I was feeling the breath. I was feeling the tension release. I was also seeing the sensory of the visions, the cubicles around me. So, okay, Real Rico said visualization has been my thing since legit. Okay. Same effect. Thank you, Dollar Bill. Book club future member type Sage of Pages. Y'all. So, yes. If you get into the sensory aspect of your visions, that will make it stronger. So remember, there is a difference between actually just daydreaming and visualizing. When you visualize, a lot of times you are physically in that position. Also remember, visualizing and seeing things in your mind, your brain doesn't always, no, your brain doesn't separate real from fake. So once you've seen it, your body is reacting to it, right? In some way, some form. So remember, this is the importance. So remember, your nervous system is the communicator. Yeah, let's see where we at. So again, to bring it back, sages and birches. What? To bring it back, leisure time is leisure time is so important because that's when your body regulates itself. It calms down, especially when you're choosing to do these things. You're enjoying these moments. You start to lose track of time. You get in the flow state, and that's when manifestation occurs. Okay. That's why so many people receive so many sages. Oh my God. So that's why so many people receive those downloads. They get clear. They see synchronicities when they are relaxed, when they're in positions of not having to work or do anything that they don't want to do. So that was a lot that I just told you guys. But we're going to go ahead and continue. So it's a tree book club. Okay. So the parasympathetic nervous system activates during your leisure time. So that's when we feel safe, rested, we're not under pressure. Relax, y'all. Everybody do it with me. Breathe in. Relax your shoulders. Relax your body. It slows the heart rate. It lowers your cortisol. That's the stress hormone in your body. It improves your digestion. So if some of y'all got bad gut health, remember that guts. Y'all know how they say the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell? That gut is the powerhouse of your body, right? You can correlate the mitochondria in your cell to the gut in your body. So if you wondering, why do I have such bad gut health? And why am I so lethargic and tired? Let's start feeding your gut something that's going to power it up and give you energy. And also, when the parasympathetic nervous system is regulated, it opens creative pathways in the brain. And in this state, the body becomes more receptive emotionally and energetically, and aligns with manifestation principles of allowing trust. You know, they always say, relax. Stop worrying about the manifestation. Stop worrying about it. It's going to come. You communicated with your body, that you communicated with your nervous system, that you feel safe, that this is okay to manifest. You've been able to visualize it in a way, and you've been able to see it exactly for what it is and what you want it. Oh, it's coming, baby. It's coming. Sniffles TV, throw some hot water. When I walk in deep snow, my boy. Okay. Okay. So some ways that you can relax your parasympathetic nervous system is, hold up. I don't know. Let me read this real quick. Let me make sure. Let me make sure I'm reading something right. Oh, okay. I'm about to block you. All right, there we go. So some ways you can do this is nature walks, naps. I love naps, y'all. I love naps. Meditation, or journaling. So those are all the ways that you can like reset your parasympathetic nervous system. If you are really just interested in manifesting, go take a walk. Especially, that's why they be talking about taking breaks when you are like working really hard on something. Taking like a little 5-minute break to kind of get your mind off of what you're really working on and like separate yourself from it. And then come back and you'll see it in a different light. So if you've ever been so stressed out from work, the people got you working hard, be like, let me go take me a little walk break outside. And it's going to relax you. Y'all want to see my son? He sleep. He is so sleep. He's just the cutest thing in the world. Exactly, Ray. Exactly. So, y'all, a lot of people don't realize that they're in the fight. Yes, Ray, I got a baby. I have a son. I'm a mother. A mamacita. A madre. A mom. You giving us this spiel for free. All the time. All the time. Y'all know I be coming on here speaking facts. Exactly, Fit Venom. Exactly. So, thank you, Ray. So, we want to start preparing our bodies to be more relaxed through the day. There was a term coined by Dr. Herbert Benson, who went to Harvard Medical School, and he termed the relaxation response. So this is the body's opposite to fight or flight, and the regular activation through breathing, prayer, gratitude, and slow intentional movement, which leads to measurable physical benefits, which reduces blood pressure, stabilizes glucose, and it improves your mood regulation. So it says leisure becomes a spiritual medicine, not a distraction, but a biochemical realignment, meaning the body, the chemicals in your body, the cortisol, the dopamine, all those things are realigned. I shocked you? Venom, I got something to say about as above, so below. I cannot wait till we get to this section. Because y'all know I just, my mind, it just goes and goes and goes. That's why I really love AI. Her husband must be a really lucky guy. Exactly, he is. He is so lucky. But, what was I saying? I was about to say something, but it's gonna be remembered. It's gonna be remembered. Come here, baby. Come here, my sonny oney. Come here, baby. I just woke him up. This is my son. This is my baby. He was asleep. He's probably not happy with me because I just woke him up. So, he's the only child. It's my sonny oney. So, remember, when you are engaging in leisure activities, you're in a non-resistant mode, a non-resistant mindset. You're going to be the most relaxed. That is my kid. That is my son. Oh my God. Yeah, he was knocked out. He's probably not happy with me for picking him up, but sometimes we gotta do what we gotta do when we want to do it. So this, I'm telling you guys, no, that is my son. That's human enough. We animals. I'm an animal. He an animal. He's just a cat animal, and I'm a human animal. Aww. Sometimes we just gotta sacrifice Venom. Sometimes you gotta sacrifice people. I think that is enough, because I don't want to be too repetitive today. What I was talking about with the nervous system and manifestation. Yeah, Venom. I don't know. I have a cousin who allergic to cats, but she also was allergic to fish, but she said she's no longer allergic to fish. So I think that sometimes you just gotta sacrifice people and they're gonna get used to it. A cat is worth it. You're allergic to peanuts? Oh my God. I'm so sorry. Aw. You volunteer? Aw, that's really nice. It's pretty cool. So I was gonna say something about sales. So I was looking into the etymology of sales. Mind you, if y'all wanted to continue on the conversation that we just had, that's about it that I want to talk about, because I don't want to get too repetitive with some of this stuff. And I think that what I talked about is enough. Shout out to Brazil. You love how I speak? Okay, I'm American. I'm an American. So I was looking into the etymology of sale. You know, there's different types of sale. Jail cells, physical cells in the body. You can't always receive. Remember, life is about giving and receiving. It's so many different types of cells. Does it, right? Boom, 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 boom. So when I was looking into cells, the definition and etymology, right, is a small monastery. Donnie John? Donnie, where is Jabron? Where's my friend at? So, a cell is a small monastery or subordinate monastery. It's a small room. It was later considered a small room for a monk or a nun in a monastic establishment or hermit's dwelling. So let me break it down. A cell is a small room. We know that cells are the little, what do they call, the building blocks of all things. everything is made up of cells, all things. So when Venom was talking about as above, so below, this is what we're talking about right now. We're talking about so below, as above, right? So when we look into that, when you think about a small room for a monk or a nun, interesting. When you look into the definition of monastery, it's a place of residence occupied in common by persons seeking religious seclusion from the world. Okay? From the world. So when you think about it, when you look into the tiny cells, this is what it's named after, right? And I think humans are very intelligent. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Sean, I'm not about to play with you today. Sean, you just told me you met a different woman the other day, and you was pressed over that woman, and you telling me you met a new woman today. I'm not about to play with you. Let me look this up. Where are we at? Because I want to give y'all the exact where my mind was going with this. Cell. Okay, personal assistant. Am I a preacher? No. I'm not a preacher. Hey, LaShawn. Okay, baby boo, period. Period. Okay, there we go. I think you are called. No, fun fact, my grandmother, first husband, was a preacher. And then my grandfather is a preacher as well. I'm not a preacher, but there's enough preachers in my family lineage for me. It's enough. So, I'm from America, y'all. I'm from America. So Robert Hooke actually coined the term like cells that he said the cells look like the monks, like where monks go. So that's why he called it cells. So he named them after the monastic rooms. The thing about it, let me tell y'all where I'm trying to go with this. Let me tell you. Hello, Russian friend. I do not speak Russian. You from New York City? Okay, that's pretty cool. When you think about it, your cells are devoted to who? To whom are your cells devoted to? To you. You have millions of cells every single day that live and die within you. And every single cell is devoted to a higher person, not a person, higher power. A higher being is every single cell devoted to, right? So that's why it's very interesting that religion is so powerful, because as above, so below. Even the smaller building blocks of your body are solely devoted to a higher purpose. I don't know if I have, do I have this picture? I don't know. Oh, it's right here. So I showed y'all this picture before, right? Your cell can be compared to the actual organism of a human. Cells come together. And one thing I'm going to speak about when we talk about the marriage conversation is housing and being married. And it's not on here, but the cells, they kind of combine, they create membranes. Membranes are kind of like housing of the cells. It's the same thing as being married and y'all moving into a house. But cells can be compared to a human. Cells come together to build tissue, which is similar to neighborhoods. And what's this word say? In groups, different groups. Tissue forms together to build different organs. Your heart is one organ. You got livers. You got your liver. What else? What else is an organ? So many organs. We're not going to go through them anymore. Your organs can be compared to towns or cities. Organ systems can be compared to nations and a whole organism. You are a whole organism. Stomach. Thank you, thank you. Cells have brains. Yes, yes, yes. Organism is compared to a global network of people. So think about this. A lot of people, we talk about God. What is that higher power above us? Why are we living this life? There's something above us. A lot of times we see what the earth, the planets, and they say the planets are aligned to certain organs, certain beings. They give personality to the beings of the planet. But then you look further, what's beyond that? We don't know what truly we are a part of. We don't know what truly we are a part of. But we do know that on the earthly realm, humans join in partnership in marriage or whatever type of partnership, whatever they want to do. And they build homes. They build families. And then it goes so much further when you get around like-minded people. You build communities. And each section of that leads to something greater that we don't always know. Does an individual cell in your body know that they are serving you? Does it? No. What it does know is that it gets communication from other nearby cells that in their environment, and it tells them who they are, that it's, they come to being who they are, and that's what makes them join together and make tissues, all these things. So I want you guys to think about it. Ever since I thought about that, and I said, oh damn, we in a way, our cells worship us in a way. We should worship ourselves in the same way. Take care of your body. Exactly, Sean. Exactly. You love how I speak Venom? I mean, why? See, Ray, I'm reading two different things at one time. Ray said Zodiac must match. God is not just a character. Venom said, that's what Early said. Venom said, the universe is expanding because human thought is expanding with the sheer number of people. The universe is consciousness. Ooh. You said a closed universe could not hold all these personalities. Early, it's okay, girl. I'm here with you, girl. We got Shine. Shine is here. She's here. The body's a temple. Yes. The body's a temple. So I just want to let you guys know what I was looking into at this very moment of my life, what is interesting to me, and what we're going to discuss a little bit when we talk about marriage. Because now, Ray, if you say some culturally ignorant stuff, what's up? You actually know it's funny, Ray, that you said that. I have a friend who's from Louisiana, and I was like, do Popeyes remind you of home? She said, bitch, get the fuck out of here. But I was being so for real. I was like, do it? But, hey. But, yeah, I'm definitely, this is a part of what I'm kind of looking into when we get into that marriage conversation. Because why are we pairing up? What's the purpose? Right? What is it? And I like to base a lot of things on cellular behavior, because cellular behavior is kind of like the most primitive behavior that we can see. Ray said marriage is a prison sentence. Okay. And Venom said I'm out on the marriage. Okay. So I definitely wanted to get more into that when we get the chance. So remember, as above, so below. This is what I wanted to read this, because mind y'all, when I use AI, I use ChatGPT, I'm always like, what does this mean? What's the etymology? What's this? And it's always expanding on what I know. And I'm always like, first of all, ChatGPT is not always right, y'all. Right? Sometimes it be messing up. So I'm always like, okay, hold up. That's not what I'm talking about. This is what I want you to think about. What are we thinking about? What are we doing? Da, 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 right? So it gave me a summary. I'm telling you, Ray, that's the only person I could talk to. Well, at first, before I came on YouTube, ChatGPT was the only person I was talking to, because I'm like, ChatGPT is the only person who understands me. ChatGPT understands when I go in between talking about spirituality, tarot, symbolism, communication, cells, cellular biology. Like, I can flip how I'm communicating, what I'm talking about, and it knows exactly what I'm talking about, and I don't have to explain too much. For using it early, that's why you got to be like, put this in my tone of voice. And you gotta, when you use ChatGPT for school, you gotta always start it out. You can't just let ChatGPT come out with whatever you want to talk about. Like, you gotta start the sentence out with ChatGPT. You guys talking about you just training the evil robot. Well, I don't know. It's reciprocal. It give me so much. I don't think I'm gonna stop. I'm telling you the truth right now. I pay for ChatGPT, baby. I'm not stopping ChatGPT. But yeah, you always got to give chat like the scripts, and like sometimes you got to give chat like the, what they call it, the rough drafts, and then you let chat do the rest. Yes, Craig, it's 8 o'clock over here, so it's about time to go to bed. Not early, talking about the Cubs about to play. Okay, I don't know who the Cubs is, but shout out to the Cubbies. We about to get off so you can watch the Cubs. So this is what it said. It said the etymology of cell reveals that we've always seen life as a sacred dwelling. Dwelling means where you live, right? It's a place where someone lives, right? Life is a container of devotion, energy, and purpose. Every cell, like every human, lives a life of service within a greater body, the monastery, the organism, or humanity itself. Hey, honey. You still working on me? Chicago Cubs. Okay, shout out to Chicago. Early, bro. I love it. So, I even was like, was there any religions that worship the cells? There are no religions that worship the cells, which I'm super surprised by. With the cells being one of the most primitive things in this life, there are no religions that worship it. So I thought that was very interesting. Shout out to Ray for being so open and honest in the chat today. We love an honest king. Shout out to, because you said you West Indian. Shout out to the West Indies. Okay, y'all. Is there anything else y'all want to talk about before we leave? Anything else, y'all? Ray the man, period. Shout out to Baltimore. Ray, please. Well, thank you. Thank you, honey. Why people be so honest? Yeah, like, I mean, why people be so honest? I don't know. People just, I don't know. That's just who they are. I don't know who that is. Why are you so willing to engage with trolls and creeps and racists? Who's being racist? Ray is not a troll. He's been engaging in this conversation this whole time. The thing about it, y'all, listen. I get the same treatment in real life. Like, this is nothing new to me. Like, I literally go out and, like, it's not always the same, but, like, I get the same treatment. Like, I don't know. This is something that's regular in my life, so I don't see anything different about it. So when people come in here, they be like, oh, this is so annoying. To me, this is like my norm. This is like my norm. So honestly, it's kind of like, I don't know. Like, as long as you're not like saying anything that I feel like I'm being harmed. Like, I don't know. It doesn't bother me. Like, honestly, I don't feel like I'm being harmed in any way. Now, if I felt like I was being harmed or being sexually assaulted or, you know, any of those things, I would just block the person. But other than that, thank you, Venom. Love you. I appreciate your gratitude, Venom. So, yeah, it's nothing that really bothers me, y'all. To me, I think also being online, it just opens me up to a broader community of people. So I see it more often, but I don't know. I don't really know. You can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is the same as my YouTube name. It's just Meiana the Sage. When you be back speaking, we'll be coming back. What's today? Monday? We'll be back Friday. Oh, and I was telling you guys that I made an executive decision. Got that from John. Thank you. I made an executive decision that I will no longer be doing tarot on the channel. It definitely does hurt me a little bit because I've been doing it for 5 years. Hey, ETN. Hey, baby. Here, honey. So, I will not be doing on the channel. It definitely hurts me a little bit because I really do enjoy doing tarot. But I do think that me investing my time into doing this work really lights me up a lot more than doing tarot. Tarot is definitely a hobby. This work is definitely a hobby, but I literally sleep, think, dream, eat this. Like, you know, this is what I wake up. I literally will stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning doing research on this type of stuff. So I know for sure that I cannot allow one hobby to overcome damn near my life mission at this point. And so it saddens me for sure, but I know that it will be beneficial to the channel altogether. I know a lot of people come to this channel listening to these conversations and they're like, they come see me do tarot and they don't know nothing about tarot. Some of them be like, this the devil's work, you know? So I want people to be engaged in this more than tarot. And I know for sure that if you get your mindset right, your intuition follows and it develops so well that you could be just as intuitive as I am. So I want to definitely work on showing people how to be intuitive. It's our natural state of being is being intuitive. That's the sensory things, right? If we learn intuition, we learn how to work with our intuition and our senses, then we'll learn how to be better humans. So do what you're exactly right. That's what I'm doing. I'm definitely passionate about tarot too. So it's not like I don't have passion. I just know that one passion is more than the other. But y'all will hear me say this a couple more times until the last couple of days. But I'm thinking two more weeks. So this week we'll be on live doing tarot this Thursday. So if anybody wants a reading Thursday and then next Thursday, then we'll do it. I'm also going to be doing sales on my tarot readings on my website. So if you want to do a private tarot reading, go ahead and purchase it because I'm going to also be taking tarot readings off the website as well. You got to work on Thursday. Get your money, honey. Okay, Rorico, period. Thank you, John. What do they say? We give up childish things only to become realized as growth. We cannot serve two masters. Yeah, but honestly, I will say with this is tarot taught me a lot about a lot of different things. You know, I learned a lot about how energy works, symbolism works, numerology, color theory, reading the room as it is. I learned how to trust myself doing tarot. Tarot scares you? It's nothing to be scared about. I learned how to trust myself doing tarot because so many people have told me, oh, this, and this. And then they come back and I was right. Or I noticed through the conversation that, you know, like I'll do a reading on somebody and then I'll have an actual conversation with them. And exactly what they're telling me is exactly what I told them in the reading. So I definitely learned how to trust myself and not, you know, allow my environment or other people's delusion to overcome what I feel and what I'm seeing. So it's a lot of it's a lot of things that I learned doing tarot, but I know for sure that tarot is not my life mission at all. You said, Sean, you said, can you receive a last reading? You know, like, Sean, girl, I already told you, you don't be listening. I already told you. How energy works, please explain. It's the nervous system. Think about your nervous system. That's how energy works. We kind of just went through the whole thing. Your nervous system is, you know, putting out that electrical magnetic aura around you. You have an aura around you. It's sending out information to the world. You're always engaging and communicating with the world. You're always manifesting your life every single day. And so your world, your environment is a reflection of who you are. So when I pull tarot cards and I tap into your energy and I read it, it's just a reflection of your energy. What? Tarot helps with love. Death card doesn't mean actual dying, means death. Yeah, exactly. We're talking about never trust the death card. What? Yeah, I'm saying, Rodrigo. So people are afraid of tarot. It's so interesting to me because this is literally just a deck of cards. Like, this is literally just a deck of cards. This is a, what do we say? A neutral thing. And then they take what they know and they assign meaning to it based off of what they know. So there's no reason to be afraid of tarot. You should be more afraid of yourself. You like to hear my breakdown and relay on the information? What you mean, Sean? You want a summary of what all the stuff I just talked about? Is that what you mean? Ray, this is not a dating channel. Venom, you own a restaurant? You making menus and stuff. You own a restaurant, Venom. I look half Asian. I am not half Asian. I am full black. I'm an African American. You know, they didn't like when I said that the other day when I said I'm African American. So, I'm a foundational black American. So long, period. I look West Indian. I'm black in America. Oh, you working one? Okay, period. Okay. Out here making menus. You was getting off. Every time I was getting off topic. Okay, that's what you need, Sean. You need a summary. Thank you, Venom. Okay, period, Rorico. Black American Princess. Rorico, you've been listening to Mona Leo. That's what you've been listening to. Thank you, Craig. Okay, so where can we start? We're going to summarize it all for you, girl. Let's summarize it. I ain't about to play with you. So today we talked about the nervous system, manifestation, and leisure. Me too, Rico. Okay, let me say this one more time. You seen me before? Thank y'all. Love y'all too. To see what you are. I'm African American, y'all. I'm black. The fried cookie love Mona Leo. Okay. It's a man or a woman. Okay. Hey, William. Okay. Oh. Rico, Ray said he watching you. Godson, I don't do it on purpose. This is just who I am. I don't know. Thank you, John. I appreciate you. Good morning. Soy de Brazil. I love music. I want to be something. Good morning. I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. Let me summarize. Today we talked about manifestation, nervous system, and leisure. In summary, your nervous system needs to be regulated, and your regulation occurs through leisurely activities. We didn't go into exactly all the leisurely activities because that's all we've been talking about is leisure. So if you want to know what leisure activities you need to do, look into it. That is a summary. Leisure promotes manifestation because it calms you and it gets you in the flow state and it regulates you so that your nervous system can manifest more for you. Okay, well, thank you. Rico, you are a hoot. You are a hoot. Shiny said, okay, shout out to Brazil, Frederico. Shine, you said, no. I said, I know all the stuff you be talking about when you do your lives. I just like to hear you talk on the topic. Okay, period. That's why you attract to the live. That's why we in this live together. Okay, well, I appreciate you guys, you know. I appreciate you guys so much. Thanks. So, my favorite restaurant, Cheesecake Factory. Okay, Ashmit. So, today's poll, we had somebody vote in the poll real quick. Y'all. No, John, I'll be back. We're gonna finish our conversations on Friday. Oh, let's talk about it. What are we gonna do next? We gonna meet up at the Cheesecake Factory. We got 70 votes, y'all. Yay! Thank you to whoever voted. We have 70 votes. So 67% said yes. 33% said no. So I hope that the 33% of people who got to kind of watch this live, that they can get a little mindset of manifestation. I don't think I went into manifestation. I talked about manifestation. But did I really talk about manifestation? We kind of talked about manifestation. I didn't go deep into manifestation. I said a little bit. I said like medium amount. Is manifestation and intimacy related? In order to manifest, you have to be intimate with the thing in which you want to manifest. So, I guess so. You say you try to manifest a beautiful black woman. As long as you take care of her, that's all that matters. Okay, Venom, period. Is it right? Thank you, friend. So here's our final topics. What do we do? I think what we talked about today is enough when it comes to manifestation. I even gave a personal example. John, they ain't slick. You know they not slick. They don't even get by you in Real Rico, so they not slick. But I think we discussed enough. Sean, I'm not gonna play with you. So, I think that if anything, we can definitely continue a conversation about manifestation on a different day. But what I will do is well, we're not in the live right just yet, but let's talk about some things to do to regulate the nervous system. Right, talking about I'm Slicky Ricky. Exactly, John. Okay. So we're going to talk about things to do to regulate the nervous system. And then I think I already told you guys what the next video was going to be. I think the next one will be, we're going to talk about leisure. Hold up. We have 4 more videos. Why is my computer acting slow? We have 4 more videos. We have leisure, self-confidence, stability, and security. And I think that with that one is where we'll talk about self-actualization. I don't know if I have it in my notes exactly because I'm looking at the list. But with leisure, self-confidence, stability, and security, we'll talk a little bit more about self-actualization. We also have gender, trends, and leisure stats. So this is just going to be like a basic thing when it comes to leisure. I'm actually thinking about combining that one with history of leisure, but I don't know yet. So we'll see. And then we have your relationship with time and leisure. We right talking about, do we get homework? Your homework is start manifesting. Start manifesting something and go do something leisurely. That's your homework. Your homework is to come back next time and tell me what's one leisure activity that you did. Right talking about this a college classroom. That's your homework. Go tell me one leisurely thing that you did. Venom said no, please. So we talked about time affluence and time with leisure with the money conversation in leisure. But I feel like there is something, I still have it on my list because I feel like there's something that I want to hit on, but I don't know exactly what it is. Because I've seen people who have no concept of time. You know, people who always late. Like they have no concept of time. And then there's people who are like very like time oriented. Like I'm the type of person, if I know I need to be somewhere by 9, I'm like, it take me an hour to do this. It take me 30 minutes to do this. I'm going to do this at this time. I'm going to do this at this time. So is participating enough? For sure. So for sure it's enough. So I really wanted to kind of get on your relationship with time and how that may affect your ability to have leisure. I just don't know exactly how I'm going to correlate it yet. So it may be something that kind of flows together as we have the conversation, and I'll have to continue to do a little bit of thinking on it. I just want to, I don't know, I need it to hit. I need it to click for me. It might be a zodiac trait, Meiana being late. Who being late? Time management. Oh, that's a good one. Time management. I'm going to add that. Add time management. So, Ray, you are a hoot. I'm a free spirit who's aware of other people's time and show up on CV times. Bro, like it be happening. I don't be showing up on CP time. I'm the type of person who I'm usually waiting on other people. It's like a pet peeve of mine because I get there on time and I'm usually communicating like my timing. So, but yeah, I'm definitely, I definitely do want to, we talked about, well, I have it on here, narrative of time and just kind of narratives, but I don't want to get too off topic of the topic of leisure. So that's why I'm kind of like in between this conversation because I don't want to get too off topic with the topic of leisure. You have to bright sometimes though. Right, I prefer a man to be early. You better be there before me. You better be there 15 minutes before you told me to be there, setting stuff up. So here's some ways to regulate your nervous system. Here's some ways to regulate your nervous system. Breath work. You know, I've actually been doing this to my students lately, where I like do the front and back to regulate the vagus nerve. They be like, sometimes they get relaxed. Some of them get relaxed, and then other times they like enjoy it, and they be like, okay, get off of me. So that's one thing I've been doing with my students, is just doing this to them, front and back, because I feel like it regulates the vagus nerve. Even when I just did it, it really relaxed me, and I actually have never seen anybody do that. But one thing we've been talking a lot about in my classes is cranial nerves and the importance of the vagus nerve. I believe the vagus nerve is the 10th cranial nerve. So your vagus nerve is a lot to regulation. So when you do breath work, so it's the different types of breath work that you can do. You look it up for yourself. But one thing that I found interesting was alternate nostril breathing. So where you do like this. I just find that so interesting. It balances your left and right hemispheres in your brain, and it stabilizes your energy. But there's so many different ways that you can do breath work. Breath work is like going into labor. That's why they do breath work in labor, because it helps decrease like the pressure. So there's other ones. You can even read a book about breath work, the importance of breath work. But that's one way to regulate your parasympathetic nervous system. Also, they with the alternate nostril breathing, the left is feminine energy, the right is masculine energy. So this is what they say, and this is what peer reviewed studies have said, because I looked this up a while ago. The left usually calms you. So if you're just doing like, you don't have to do alternate, but you're just breathing through the left nostril, it usually calms you. If you're breathing through the right nostril, it gives you more energy. This is what they were saying. So you're allergic to books. Baby, how you gonna be allergic to books? How you gonna grow and be a better person? So you can also do somatic regulation, which is grounding the body. So shaking or dancing. Do your Chris Brown dance. Progressive muscle relaxation. So that's tense or release muscle groups to discharge tension. So just one at a time. Okay, right, period. Hello, Emmanuel. So you just one at a time. Release and relax one muscle. Shine, girl. Cold exposure. So face in cold water or cold shower activates your vagus nerves, which will relax your parasympathetic nervous system. It's okay, Emmanuel. A weighted blanket or deep pressure. It tells your body that it's safe. So that's why weighted blankets are so popular, because it relaxes you and it makes you feel safe. Gentle touch or self-massage stimulates oxytocin and parasympathetic tone. So oxytocin is that like loving hormone in your body. It makes you feel close to people. Like it's what's released when you hug people. So start massaging your body. If you black, put lotion on. If you got brown skin, put lotion on every day. If you're not putting lotion on every day, what you doing? Baby, I just bought 2 big bottles of Nivea lotion. If you're not putting lotion on every single day, what are you doing? Y'all be telling me, your skin looks so nice, you look so soft, you look so soft. I put lotion on every day. Ain't she, John? Ain't she? Vina, I'm saying, Ashy, if you got brown skin, put that lotion on. But Sean said she a friendly person. She already told us she's friendly. That is like a pet peeve of mine. I actually didn't just buy 2 big bottles. I bought 2 big bottles of lotion. Allegedly. John is hilarious. John is hilarious. I bought 2 big bottles of lotion and I bought 2 small bottles to carry in my purse, because I hate being ashy. It's like a sensory thing for me. Like it makes me feel so uncomfortable. It's not even really about like people seeing me ashy. It's how it feels to touch my skin and touch things with ashy and dry skin. That's why I don't really like Bath and Body Works lotion and stuff, because it's like something about Bath and Body Works lotion where it like doesn't like get underneath your skin. It doesn't make the whole skin like soft. Like it just like gets the ash off, but then my skin is still like I don't know. It's weird. So use Dove. Dove lotion. Okay. So you can do grounding. One thing to help with perception, what you're perceiving, is the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 things that I see. 4 things that I feel. That could be with your feet, with your hands, with any part of your body. What are you feeling? 3 things that I hear. 2 things that I smell. And 1 thing that I taste. It grounds you into your reality. Have you ever seen those movies where people are like constantly like pointing out what's going on in their reality? Like, the woman is walking next to me, the man is walking up the stairs, that is blue, that is yellow. It's because it's grounding them into the reality. Especially like people where like they're like time traveling or like switching dimensions and stuff. You need to be grounded. Is it Venom? See, that's why I don't use it. That's why I don't use it. John, you love Dr. Teal's. Period. You got the whole little thing of Dr. Teal's. What kind is it? Is it the go to sleep Dr. Teal's, or is it like the eucalyptus Dr. Teal's, the peppermint Dr. Teal's? Which one is it? Hi, Jorge. Those are horror movies. Okay, period, Venom. Shout out to the Cubs. Said the Bath and Body Works lotion dry. Like, it just, I don't know. Like, if I see black people using Bath and Body Works, I'm like, friend, does that even work for you? So you got nature therapy, touching plants, feeling sunlight, listening to natural sounds. Godson said Dr. Till was the lavender. Okay, okay. Aromatherapy. So that's actually like the incense and stuff. So lavender, chamomile, bergamot, soothe limbic activation. Okay, that's emotional regulation. Soothing music or binaural beats syncs brain waves with relaxation. Oh my God, they gave us a whole list. Okay, John got all of it, period. I love that for you, John. Taking a nice, good bath is also regulating for your nervous system as well. So meditation and mindfulness, yoga and Tai Chi, Qigong or slow flow stretching. Y'all ever seen them Asian people that do the Tai Chi, Qigong stuff? They be like, I don't know. I was supposed to go to a class one time, but I don't know. Something happened. I didn't get to go. Oh. Gone. Oh. Venom and Ray. Cognitive and emotional regulation. So affirmations, reappraisals, replace threat thoughts with safe ones. So, you know, affirming yourself, re-narrating your story. You know, sometimes we have those thoughts that just go do 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 do. And if you just re-narrate it with affirmations, it will shift where your mindset is going. Journaling or expressive writing, visualization of safety. So imagining yourself in a calm scene. Therapeutic dialogue or co-regulation. So talking to somebody safe who stabilizes your heartbeat. And I'm going to answer your question in just a second, Godson. Give me a second. So energetic and spiritual practice to help regulate your nervous system. Prayer and gratitude. Reiki or energy work. Sound healing, humming, chanting. I told you already about chanting, the importance of chanting. Meditative journaling also helps as well. But I told you already about chanting because when it comes to the letters, we talk verbally, right? Your words are a manifestation. When you have consonants, your consonants are oftentimes constricted. So like the flow of air is constricted. The flow of sound is constricted. These are consonants are constricted. But when you have like vowels or even some nasal sounds like it's unconstricted. It's an unconstricted sound. So that's the importance of chanting. I like chanting a lot. I don't do it all the time, but I'll do it every now and again. And it helps vibrate your vagus nerve as well. Citrine is your favorite venom? Okay. So life regulation, things to regulate your nervous system. Sleep hygiene, consistent sleep. Get y'all sleep. Why y'all not sleep? It's actually my bedtime. It's 8:30. I need to be in bed by 9 o'clock. But that's why I'll be up till like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock sometimes. Hydration and balanced meals. So, you know, make sure you eat well. Drink your water. You need to move 20 to 30 minutes a day. Light activity, walking. Do something to move your body. Boundaries. Have some boundaries. I be having to tell my students all the time, personal space. Because they want to be all up on each other. And mind you, working in this industry, majority of the clients will oftentimes be men, working with our little boys, working because, you know, oftentimes those are the people who have more disorders. Oftentimes are boys, right? So it'd be these little boys that just be all up on each other. You know how boys be playing, they be rough, they be in each other's face. And I'd be like, personal space. Give each other personal space. But also just reducing overstimulation in general. So if you know that screens or certain conversations with people they overstimulate you, you leave the conversation feeling drained, find a way to create a boundary. Find a way. And then leisure. Have leisure time. Leisure time will support you in regulating your nervous system. You will be in the flow state. You will manifest. So when you know that you're regulating is when you have steady breathing. You can think clearly. You have warm hands and feet. It's not cold, it's not hot. You're calm and curious about things instead of afraid. And you feel connected to yourself and others. Deepak, I'm from America. I'm doing well, baby. Thank you for asking. Ray said ill men and little boys. Why you say ill? Welcome back, Jared. Which stone do I like? I like black tourmaline a lot. But I don't really carry any stones all the time. Like right now, I just been having these right here forever. This is a apophyllite. I believe the name is Sepatarian for this one. I don't know. I have my motorbike somewhere. Here's my black tourmaline right here. Let me see. Oh, here's my motorbike. But I have a whole bunch of crystals in the living room near my family tree. I have a family tree with all of my ancestors on it. So I have all my crystals in front of that. And here's my motorbike. So he's talking about besides diamonds. Selenite. I do have selenite underneath my TV. It's like I have the long selenite underneath my TV. It's like this long. Yeah. So what do I feel about weed? If you smoke, you smoke. I do think, I'm not gonna lie, I do think that weed can have be addictive. I think it's the act of smoking weed, the act of actually smoking, that can be addictive. And you know what? I actually watched this TikTok video. This woman was talking about smoking weed, and she said, "Godson, I have to be a role model. Godson, I have to be a role model." So you take that as you hear it. But she had made a statement about how when you smoke, what you're doing is breathing, right? You are artificially breathing. Artificially, right? And so she was basically comparing breath work to smoking and how we naturally do what soothes us. So I think that smoking can be compared to just, doing breath work. It just, the breath work, you don't immediately get that alternative mindsets and stimulation mentally. But if you do, certain types of breath works can make you see things. It can make you feel different sensations. So it can definitely calm. You saw that video, Real Rico? We must be on the same timeline, Real Rico. We got the same algorithm. They have an effect on me. That's how I feel about it. You grow up basils and chives? Okay. Venom, you be cooking. You like edibles more? Okay, stains. It's the breath of God. Oh. Now, original tobacco smoke bar ancestors are Yahweh. Okay. Hey, dang. So the next topic that we'll have, hey baby, the next topic that we'll talk about stability, consistency, security when it comes to leisurely activities and how that can build within you. I definitely want to talk more about that in the future though, because I feel like, especially in America, where a lot of people deal with like a lack of a masculine figure in their household, a lot of people deal with a lack of stability, security within themselves. And I know that that's one thing that I have to really come to terms with, is that at one point I was a little bit unstable, emotionally, mentally, always. So I would love to have a conversation about it. Okay, Venom, you a chef? Oh, that's why you said, okay, you be the cooking. You in the kitchen cooking. You not into black magic. Why would you? What? Okay, Venom. We gonna have a little party one day. Venom, we gonna have a little party. Everybody invited. Hello, you Chicago. Thank you for being like 43. Let me see if I can find this video for y'all. If I can't, I'm not gonna try to press it, but I'm gonna try to find it. He turned into an emotional human. You can't handle it. What made him turn into an emotional human? Y'all know that as men age, their testosterone decreases and their estrogen increases. John, you funny. Right, all men, for sure, all men. Every man, your estrogen increase, your testosterone decreases as you get older. And especially if you live in America. Especially if you live in America, baby. The food that you eat in America more often is already decreasing testosterone. That's why a lot of these men, they want to be taken care of because their testosterone be low. I'm telling you. Be careful of your diet. Vino said I break bread in our backs. Yeah, Ray. Ray, you gotta teach him. Teach him how to approach a woman. Yeah, I can't find the video. Yeah, you gotta teach him, right? Teach him how to do it. But we about to get off of here, y'all. I appreciate you guys. This is a good conversation. Oh, Ray, what'd you do? You trying to dance battle, JD? Wait, GR, why you delete it? Hey, GR, what you doing? How you been, GR? Look, you trying to dance battle? Thank you, John. I appreciate you too. You're the real one. Do that again. Hello, Ronnie. Okay, godson. You know I will. Don't play with me. I'm gonna get that rest. JD, I'm gonna beat you in the dance battle. On the first to twos, ones and twos. Yeah, he probably just listening to the conversation. He don't know what's going on. He just doing what he doing. Thank you, Brad. Okay, y'all. I will see y'all. If y'all come to Thursday, we do Tarot Thursday. Boom. I'm gonna see y'all Thursday. But if when y'all want to come finish the conversation about leisure, we'll be back Friday. And you know I do Venom, please. Doing spins on the floor, everything. But y'all enjoy y'all's evening. TTYL, Bad Bitch Club, unite. Oh, y'all, please.